Okay. It's March 20th. Hello, everyone. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Rick. How are you?
I'm I'm great. Yeah. I'm
Nice.
great. We're not even lying anymore.
Me
But
too.
yeah, but no,
Oh,
happy Thursday or happy March 20th or whomever to everything. So thanks for hanging. Thanks for tuning back in.
it is only Thursday.
Dude, it's like I feel like since this whole daylight savings thing, it's just crawling. Like I my body's not adjusted to this hour and it's 2 weeks later.
Yeah, it's like, hey, turn your clocks back. Fuck you.
And then forward and then even more
Oh
fuck
yeah,
you.
it's forward, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, this one was forward and it sucks. It real sucks. But anyways, welcome. Glad to have everyone and thanks for tuning back in and listening to our antics of idiocy of we're two fat dads that are also grown children. Is that right?
That's the children of children.
The children of children. Yeah, that's even
Yes.
better. So, as
Destiny
those
has made us parents.
for those of you that are tuning in on YouTube, of course, you can see that Mike has his glow on in the room. It looks nice and fancy. Now you look like Spider-Man.
I am Spider-Man. Fat. I'm
Good.
like Spider-Man from Wish.com. Ah, disappointing web. Ah, suit that doesn't fit, so I had to wear a hoodie. Ah,
But isn't that like the most comfortable way to be Spider-Man?
I guess so.
You would think.
I mean, it's the only thing I can wear. That and tarps.
Not even like the good old like the fitted sheets don't help sometimes.
Yeah, like, dude, I go to Walmart and I'm like, "Do you have anything in an extra wide sailboat edition?" And they're like, "Oh, aisle 17. Don't forget to get the Crisco so you can get your pants on."
Oh god. But yeah, so just I guess as an update from the last cast, we had a couple games cast. I went on vacation and then I went apparently how should we put it? Comatose one night and missed a recording, unfortunately.
Yeah,
That I will
I tried, chat. I tried to get him.
he did, and
Yeah.
I will openly blame Monster Hunter World for that because I played it like 3 nights straight and slept for like 2.5 hours, 3 nights each night, and it's the game's addicting, okay? Monster Hunter Wilds is awesome. Like, it's just yeah, I blame it. I blame Wilds.
I played a video game so I can blow off my friends. Ah.
Look, the children were also tired that night, okay? I had to
Okay,
help
let's
them out.
get let's yeah, we're back to blaming the damn
Are
kids.
you
All
we
right.
are. We are. We're always gonna go back
I
to
don't ever
blaming the
blame my
kids.
kids.
You you should more.
My kids are your age, but I mean, that's not neither here nor there.
No, they're not. Your kids are like 20 years younger than me. Get over it.
Get over it. I
They're
mean,
not
sort
that bad. But yeah,
sort of.
so we missed a little bit, but I guess as an update, we were talking about things we were excited for, and we're also kind of things we've been up to and whatnot. And for myself, I went and I guess as an easy update, went during winter break with the family to visit my family back in Alabama, and I realized how much I don't miss fried foods that much. My body
What do
can't
you
take it.
mean?
My body can't take it anymore, man. I'm
I
so
always
used
hear
to.
about the biscuits. I always hear about the fried chicken. I
Yep,
always hear
yep,
about all the time. You always got all this food. You got the jambalaya down there.
yep.
You got the gumbo. Like, oh,
Dude, like I can
tell me
fly
about it.
I can fly down there and not really well, I can fly personally, yay. But when I go down there, it's like you eat, you're okay, but we by day 3, you're like, I okay. I'm used to lean meats and fish and like rice now. I can't do this biscuits and gravy and like constant sausage and just yeah, a lot
You get the grease sweats.
dude, I get the grease sweats thinking about it. Like my heart's even like stop. Like stop. But it was good. We had a good time, and, funny thing was is my daughter, when we got there, was like, "Why don't they have snow? It's winter. They should have snow right now." And they're like, "Well, sweetie, it snows, like, once every 7 years down here, so, yeah." But we did see grass for the first time since January, so that was nice.
Hey, I'm
Yeah,
jealous.
that
I'm
was
jealous.
that was good, but we had a good time and then came home and been playing the shit out of games and mostly Monster Hunter Wilds with Expedition right around the corner and everything else, and have yet to still beat Horizon and Resident Evil because just been too busy to catch up on the backlog. As you
That's
saw me playing with the PlayStation Portal earlier, trying to nip away at
I
that
did.
game. Games,
That's it.
dude, the
That's
shit's
it.
addicting. Having the portal is, I'll be honest, I know you would like to eventually probably have one. It's addicting and it's also dangerous to have because it's like, oh, your console's with you anywhere you go.
Yeah, you guys will be like, "Where's Mike?" He's in the back room.
No, where's Mike? Oh, he left. He left. He's in his
Oh,
car somewhere.
he's in his car, just blowing laps around the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I've got one more fucking guy left to go.
Well, what about you, man? What you been up to
Yeah,
the last couple weeks to update the viewers?
yeah. I mean, outside of indoor lacrosse, now we're getting ready for outdoor lacrosse. Kind of excited for the snow to be gone and get a little bit warmer, so I can make my yard not look like
No.
the town dump.
But
Um,
it needs to. That means just not as much yard work. That means more game time.
Nah, 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 nah. I want to make it look nice. You gotta make the front of the house look nice. Make it fake. You gotta fake it, right? You gotta fake it till you make it. Then you come inside and you're like, oh, you guys don't really do much. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, no. The thing I'm really excited for is I'm starting Dungeons and Dragons.
Dude, I
So that's something I've always wanted to do. Talk completely transparent. I just
Yeah.
like I was always that level of nerd, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm always been that level of nerd, but I didn't have the group around me that was quite that level. They were kind of the group that would look at you and go,
Yeah.
"The fuck you doing?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "I'm a paladin,"
I'm
and they're like, "You're a fucking idiot." And I'm like, so I
dude,
finally found
that's
a
so
nice group of
cool.
people in a dungeon master, and I went through created my character. We did a lot of that stuff on Monday, so I'm really kind of excited for that and to see what that kind of brings for us in the future as well.
So
So
you
that's cool.
start the campaign next week?
Yeah, yeah. Curse of Strahd starts next week on Thursday, so that'll be exciting.
Dude, that's
Shameless
I'm
plug,
I
shameless plug. Brody 302 if you want to watch it.
I'm excited for it because like I've always wanted to do D&D as well and like my massive exposure to it was more like just D&D like books, like games like Baldur's Gate and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So every time I play Baldur's Gate it's like, man, doing a D&D thing would be cool. And then like um when you were telling me about like how you were doing your character development and the job you were rolling and all that, I'm like, oh god, if I get into this, it's not gonna be pretty. And then my wife's gonna be like, oh my god, you're even more of a super nerd. And yeah, I'm leaving. Fuck you. And then no, she'll probably be like, yeah, just keep that shit in the basement. That's what she'll
yeah. I
say.
was gonna say they stick around, but yeah, it was funny because my brother was watching the our character creation stream and he just types right in chat and he's like, "The fuck you ain't playing Final Fantasy for it instead? Like, why are you going through all this work?" He's like, "It's so hard." I'm like, "Cause
it's
it's fun, you know."
it's basically what it kind of is, right? Like you're creating an RPG and going on an adventure with a character you've made instead of just like you said, a Final Fantasy or a Baldur's Gate. It's like predetermined. I made this and just follow the story.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So I'm excited for that. That
that's
and
awesome.
the wife and I've been watching some shows. Reacher's back on Prime. I like
Yes.
that show. And to
Yeah.
be honest with you, with that show, the thing I really like about season one, I don't know, you saw season one, right?
Yeah. Season one's great. I loved it.
Solid. He was solo. Season two for me took a little bit of a step back when he was part of the group.
Yeah. It was okay.
It was good. I mean, but it wasn't great. It wasn't like
Yeah.
season one great, And then season three, they kind of take that step back to where he's more of a loner, which I'm enjoying the hell out of that. Shoresy's back, baby.
Dude, I'm so excited for sure. I haven't started it
Shoresy's
yet.
back.
Don't spoil it for me, but I'm so
Uh,
excited for Shorzy.
I won't, but it's off season and let's go, baby.
Uh,
It's so good. Chad, if you don't know what we're talking about, Letterkenny has a spin-off show at Shoresy. It's
it's on
about
Hulu.
hockey and antagonist, and it's worth a watch, man. It's so good,
Yeah.
so good. That and Black Clover, man. I've been all over Black Clover. So that's been my pick, and the
Dude.
daughter and I have been watching it, and we're getting ready for Anime Boston because we're gonna meet some of these voice actors.
Yeah, I'm jealous of the Anime Boston thing because which is pretty legit, but
Don't worry, just go to Vermont instead. Have fun.
yes, I'm going camping that
Go
weekend instead.
Yes, go sleep on the ground, eat syrup, and not meet amazing anime actors.
Touche, good sir. But I'll have you know, I will also have cider and maple syrup with delicious pancakes every day.
My God, cider and maple pancakes. That's
Hold on.
crazy.
I didn't say that correctly. Cider. I have to.
Cider.
I got a pinky up on it for those of you not that are listening and not watching. Anime Boston's legit. I've always wanted to go.
So that pinky. I've got a question for you. You put the pinky up, right? So we all know you've got a little son, right? And every family's got to get a Power Wheels. Does your son have to have a Tesla Power Wheels? Is that the only way he's accepted in the neighborhood now that we have a Tesla in the family?
Look, I did. For those of you wondering, I unfortunately was hit on a head-on collision a couple months ago. Totaled my car that I'd had for good God, how long had I had that car? 13 years. I had it. Yeah, 13 years. Wow. And long story short, yes, we ended up buying a Tesla. We were looking at going electric, and now I am part of the Tesla, quote unquote, Pinkies Up Tesla group. Um, but I guess, yeah, he's gonna have to learn to. I mean, eventually, by the time he starts driving it, the car may be flying. I don't know. He could just drive him wherever he wants to school. Like I ain't got to drive him. Let it do its thing.
Well, if he needs lessons, he can take lessons from my 22-year-old because I mean, she basically needs a Power Wheels because it's the only vehicle she can fit in. Given the fact she's a smooth 4'6".
She's such a tiny gal.
Yeah.
But no, back where you were saying on Black Clover real quick. I do want to touch base. I've wanted to see it. I see a ton on social media about literally it's like Black Clover and Solo Leveling. The two things I see on anime primarily right now.
Yeah.
Outside of like I see a little bit on Bleach, I see a little bit on like JJK or what's the other one? Demon Slayer I think just ended, I think it was, or so like that was a big one. So but the two right now, Solo Leveling and Black Clover, and I'm like, man, here I am still trying to get through like Invincible season 3 and still have I did finally finish Thousand Year Blood War, my anime kick. So I did finish that. I still have Nier to go through. I did see Dr. Stone season 3, which was so good. Oh my God.
And it's so good.
Yeah, my backlog just continues. There's a reason I don't sleep, Mike. It's just so
Fire Force season 3 comes out freaking in April too.
I did add that to my backlog. So that's
so good.
Fire Force is on there to watch too. So
talk to me in 2032 when you catch up. With your backlog. Your backlog is ridiculous.
Add like 10 more years because between my games, anime, and like my books, yeah. Retirement's gonna be fun.
Oh, that's adorable. Chatty thinks I'm gonna be alive in 2042.
Oh. Oh wait, I won't either. Hey. Oh God. So, but yeah, that's kind of how we've been in general and chat and everything else, but just gaming the shit out of everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So you've been playing games. So like,
yeah,
I like you I've dipped my toe into the Monster Hunter Wilds.
You like it?
I do, man.
It's a good entry for newbies.
I love the build aspect. I love the harvesting aspect. I love the fact that no matter what you collect, it can be integrated into something.
Hey, it's like you look at a monster. That's a new pair of pants.
Right.
That's what I look at it as a pair of pants.
My chat made the most cursed characters, so the faster I can get pants on this asshole, I want to.
Not just that, but the name. I remember the first night that you joined. I was on a live stream I was doing, and you had popped in, and one of my community people put it in my chat. Goes, "Oh, that's a name."
That's Klaus von Klitt right there, my friend. and my Palico best buddy, Lil Clitty.
Look. Dude, your character's so jacked up.
It's the best.
It's so jacked.
The voice they put on him too.
Yeah,
he's like this big jack dude with like pink hair and an effeminate voice. It's like
it makes it even
It's like
better.
A weekend in Provincetown, my friend. Like it's just what it is.
B-Town down. Here we go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. We're gonna go kill some monsters. Let's go.
The game's fun though, man. I mean, there's you're just still at the beginning of it, but it gets better and better, and just being able to fight giant monsters and cool bits. It's like, okay, yeah, this is sick. It's sick.
Yeah, it'll be nice when I can get in a couple more of the party fights and stuff, because I think it'll make it a little bit more fun. It's sometimes some of the fights are tough when it's solo. So
yeah.
Get the group together, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, been playing some retro games and I mean, I still may or may not be addicted to Marvel Rivals. It might still fill most of my time.
May or may I'm gonna lean heavier on the May side.
Yeah. So just my goal is to lord as many characters as possible. So
How many have you done thus far? What, 3?
4.
4. Which of those 4? You had what? I know you have Scarlet Witch.
Yep. Moon Knight, and then I have Venom, and then I say 4, but I'm almost done Cloak and Dagger.
Nice. Okay.
That should be done this week or next week. So
Nice.
I consider it close enough to be done when I'm talking about it. So
oh God,
get that icon. But I'm telling you, man, like as far as Marvel Rivals, bro, like you and I have talked about this.
Yeah,
dude, NetEase knows what they're doing.
You talk about like with, well, let me rephrase that. You talk about they know what they're doing with their fan base.
I mean,
they do.
They know what they're doing with the skins, bro.
Well, they know the characters. They have they make them look good. Everything's fine. But yes, these skins have been all over. And I see all these concept skins people post, and it's like, they just,
you don't even need it, dude. Like
they emphasize the ass is all they do.
I think is it the Invisible Woman? Yeah, I think it's Invisible Woman's second skin, like the demonic one. Dude, there is a clean deep V that's going on the inside of those thighs, bro. Like it is just like, okay, I see what you guys are doing.
Well, so what you're telling me is they got the fanboys thirsting over everything right now.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my, it's hard to play the game sometimes. It's like,
I mean, Venom still is best ass in the game though.
There's a few of them that are giving the runs, man. Like the new Psylocke one, man.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know, man.
They're
got your boy feeling some kind of way.
They're marketing the right material to the right people, because like I have a couple friends as well, and one will pop up and they'll send me a message and be like, "Well, this was bought as soon as it came out." And I'm like, "Oh my God." He's like, I couldn't pass it up. I don't even play the character and I couldn't pass it up.
Exactly. Like, but that's like literally everything now. Like it's movies, it's TV, it's games, it's streamers. Like, dude, everything. I don't understand. Like when you think back to when we were kids,
they gotta sass it up.
Yeah, like now it's like they ride that line where it's arguably porn. It's like
pretty much,
but like if we saw that when we were kids, we'd be like, oh my God, like I hit the jackpot, dude. Like,
yeah,
this is my everyday. And like this is just like casual TV now. It's just like, what the fuck?
Dude, like growing up, it was like, oh God. Well, it was like for me, it's like this is the new Baywatch, basically. It's kind of what this is almost turned into.
right. No, dead serious. And like it makes you think like it all had to start somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I guess you think back to like where we started. Like so like I guess I'll ask you that question. When was the first time you were introduced to like porn? And I don't mean like hey, like that's a nice pair of friggin' like leggings, right? No, I mean like actual like porn. Like we all were introduced to it at some point in our lives.
Are we talking?
When was it for you?
Are we talking like full blown? Why are these pages stuck together with Elmer's glue realization kind of thing, or are we talking? Damn, I think.
Don't be uncomfortable. This is a safe space.
Internet safe space, exactly.
God,
for me, like his first exposure, I think it was probably, I think I may have been like 8 or 9, and I had a cousin that was about 4 years older than me, and
boy or girl?
Boy. So
thank God, because I know we started this off with back in hometown Alabama, and now we got the cousin thing.
I'll have you know he lived in Florida, so it wasn't. Yeah, so we had to go visit them. But yeah, I remember being at their house visiting one summer, and we were in his room. He had like it was like N64 or Super Nintendo or something. I can't remember. We were playing a console, just messing around because it was hot as balls outside. And we didn't want to go swimming. We were taking a break from doing everything. And I remember us going in, to his room, and he was like, "Oh, hey, go grab like a cartridge or something out of the closet where he kept his games." That's when I went in there and I discovered it was almost like the heavens opened up at that moment. And that you see in movies where you hear angels singing and everything, and that happened to be what it was, where underneath, and vividly, unfortunately, remember what appeared to be dirty clothes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it at that. Is dirty clothes was a penthouse, is what I remember it being.
Oh, that
Yes.
wasn't even that was like that was the raunch back
Yes.
then.
So he had a penthouse, which Lord knows where he got it, probably from his dad, because my uncle was one of those connoisseurs of collectors with those at times.
What
Um,
a good man.
yeah, and
What
I
a
remember
joy.
coming across it, and I was like, "Dude, why do you have a lingerie magazine on the front of it?" And he's like, yeah, that's not what you think that is." I was like, "Huh?" No, that's when I had opened it up, and I was like, "Oh." Oh, that's full blown.
Did you pop
That's
right there in front of your cousin embarrassingly?
no, it was more of like, what am I looking at? It's more of
No?
like it
No
wouldn't
half pack? No half pack?
no,
You didn't have a
no.
little the little chicken pecker going up?
No, there wasn't no Mentos going on over there.
Giving you the whole like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm on my way up."
No, it was more of those like, what am I looking at? And then it's just like, I really like looking at this. Like, this is okay. And yeah, so needless to say, that got snagged by him and tossed back in the closet, and we went back to playing games. But I remember that like vividly looking at it, and I'm like, huh, that I haven't seen that before, and that's nice. I mean, that's it. And that was just one of those like the first exposure to it, and unfortunately, just absolute tear down since then. But it literally
I
was
was
just
gonna
one of
say,
those
it
moments.
unlock
Oh my God,
the dam there?
the
It was
floodgates were
ready to
opened
go.
after that. But it was just like fiending for it after that. But it was just like you look at it, and I just remember it like opening up, and it was just like, oh, there it is. It's in the middle of his closet, sitting there. And of course, it wasn't until a couple years later that I fully understood. Oh, that's what that was. But at me, a little 8, 9-year-old kid, I'm like, oh, that's cool. This girl looks cool. That's nice. Oh, that's nice.
Little different for me, actually, a little different. I was a little older, probably like 10, 11.
Oh God.
First time there was any sense of porn, and I think that anybody that's even remotely close to our age, Rick, right now can kind of probably what's the word I'm looking for? Associate
Yeah.
with us. Here is the scramble.
Okay.
You had
The
the scramble, right?
the Scramble Channel.
Somebody had cable, and it was that whole like wavy, and it's like that looked kind of like a nipple. I'm not sure. There's
Was that a
bunch
PS?
of
Was that a
yeah, like
pepperoni?
yeah, like oh damn, like they cooking mushrooms or is that like a cap? You know what I'm saying? Like so you kind of got that right, but that wasn't the actual. Like, that wasn't the actual exposure. Now, let me set this up for you, right? I've got a
All right.
magical
Okay.
story. Let me take you on a journey, my friend,
Oh
to
God.
to to my first introduction to porn. So, about 10, 11 years old, my mom had owned a cleaning business, and they had a client that was the house was relatively close to a strip mall.
Strip,
So,
you say?
yeah, no innuendos here. Just standard strip mall had like a convenience store in it. Anything. It was close enough that it was okay that we could walk. Not to mention, let's not forget, I'm like 100, so this is back in the '80s when you like walked outside and it wasn't like, oh no, it's that Uncle Randy. He's gonna touch me in a no square.
What
You
was
know,
it?
like
Was it horse-drawn carriages around? Is that what was happening?
yeah, basically.
Okay.
Let's just put it was safe enough to go outside, right?
Okay. There you go.
So I can remember me and my friend begging my mom because we were there. It must have been a day off of school or something, and we were with her cleaning, right? And begging her, like, can we just walk down and get like a soda, like just grab a candy bar or something like that. Finally, she says yes, right? So we leave the house and we're on our journey, right? In the house, there's like an overpass, like a small bridge,
Yeah.
and I'm walking along, and wouldn't you know, stuck in the sand under this overpass, right? The thing that is going to unlock porn for me for my entire existence. It's a 5x7. Some dude had been taking pictures of his wife
Oh God.
And she's just like, the whole thing is just out. I mean, you get like you could
Like
see
full
right through the
blown.
gash. You could see through the gash into this woman's soul, right? So like I take Betsy up and it's, and it just like I'm staring at it for a minute and I'm just in complete awe.
Yeah.
And boom, boom, concealed. You'd have thought I was running from the cops with a weapon, dude. That shit got concealed so fucking fast. Like my friend wasn't getting this. This was mine. I found it,
Dude.
And
Dude.
good old Bessie, she took me through probably the next 3 or 4 years. Like she jumped from magazine to magazine as I got my collection building. She was always with me, right? Little wrinkled by then, she had white hair from all the tributes I had thrown on her. You know what I mean? But Bessie was there for me, like through thick and thin. I have no idea who this guy is, but I can tell you that I was fully in love with his wife for the better part of my early teen years.
Dude, so
Like,
you're like you see this in the sand, and it's almost like the Zelda I found an item theme starts playing all of a sudden.
Found an item, bro. I fucking unlocked the entire Triforce. Ganon was dead. Like this was my moment. You know what I mean?
Man.
And it's so like that thing just followed me through. God, I don't think I actually got rid of that thing till I was like 17 or 18 years old.
Dude, you were cranking it to basically an old Polaroid for years.
Dude, I gooned over that thing like you have no idea. Dude, I drained so many times to that poor woman. Like if she would have been within a 20-mile radius, we would have had so many babies.
So the amount of knuckle children she bared.
it was unbelievable. But then
dude, that's hilarious.
So kind of like you were talking about, like that was kind of like where it unlocked for me. And that was kind of like it went from being something that was like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
I like this to, all right, so let me get the penthouse, let me get the dirty drunk chick, let me get the friggin', let me get the, the granny's over 40. What's that gonna look like? I'll take a spin. I don't care.
Dude,
that was.
It's funny you mentioned the scramble thing. Like when I remember when, I guess in middle school, when it was finally told to me by one of my friends at school, was like, dude, this channel in my area it was channel 74, exact 74, and it was like, oh, okay, and you turn it on, and there were some days clear as day. It was just multicolored rainbow on there basically, but clear as day. And then other days it's like a lava lamp being thrown around over there. But it was, I distinctly remember at one time there was, I think it was Cartoon Network, middle of the day. I think it was during the summer. I was home. I'd just come in and I would just always keep Cartoon Network on in the background with just stupid shit on. It was like Ninja Turtles or Dexter's Lab or like Johnny Bravo or old school Hanna-Barbera, like, Flintstones, Jets and stuff on. Yeah, so I remember sitting there and I was middle of the day. I think I was in the kitchen. I was making a sandwich or making lunch or something. And I hear Cartoon Network go from Cartoon Network to just like I'm talking
like full
on. You would have thought I would have walked into the Hall of Fame back room all of a sudden. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is that? And I run into the living room, grab the remote, of course, slap the mute button on because my mom's down the hall doing laundry. And like, what the fuck? What is this? And sure enough, I think there was a period, it was like 3 or 4 hours that Cartoon Network in the middle of the day, I got hacked or something happened. And it was just full-blown hardcore porn on cable TV going on. I even called my buddy and I was like, dude, what is going on? He goes, I got the VCR recording right now. I don't even care. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, it was the craziest thing just all of a sudden happened. Chad, if you've never seen it, Google, well, you want to Google it, go right ahead. I'm sure you're going to find some of the results that may come up, but just put like Cartoon Network, well, no, don't even go that direction with it. Cartoon Network hack or something. It was, but literally middle of the day, out of nowhere. And my mom's like, what is it? And I was like, I don't know. Something happened to the cartoon. And just like had to change the channel real quick.
You went from Space Ghost coast to coast to full back shots.
Oh, it went from Space Ghost to they made a Space Ghost, basically, is what ended up happening. I mean, it was one of those like, oh my God. And the bad thing was is it lapsed. It was later in the day. I take that back. I remember it lapsing because even my dad came home and we were sitting there and it was I honest to God, I think it was a Monday because we were gonna turn it and watch WCW Monday Night Nitro. And so we were flipping through the channels and it flipped by that. I was controlling the remote and it's the closer we got to Cartoon Network, my finger was hammering on that channel up button. I was like, no, 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 no. So it was bad. It was really bad.
Amazing. Oh, speaking of wrestling, dude, kind of a side shot. Stephanie McMahon, yes or no?
Yeah. Even pre-boob job. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't. It was
Something
so
about
weird.
her. I don't know. It's
So many
weird.
people were like, she's kind of got that fate, but man, I was always a Stephanie McMahon guy.
Yeah, it was. She was something. Even though she looks basically like Vince, I don't. It's whatever.
Apparently, I'd fuck Vince
I
because I was
mean,
down
for that power, sure, why not?
You're fired. Yeah,
God,
damn
dude,
right I am.
nothing else was better than WWE back in the day on Monday or
That was
WWF.
so.
I should not
Oh yeah,
Raw and
yeah.
Nitro
Before
were
it
awesome.
got ruined, and they were like,
Oh
"Oh,
my
World
God.
Wildlife Federation." Like, get out of here! Like, come on, like, get out of here.
But yeah, no, I remember that though between the Squiggles and the Squiggle TV and then I remember a bit on Cartoon Network when that happened. I was just like, this is
that's amazing.
I mean, outside, I mean, you had your typical like, oh, it's 1:00 in the morning, Comedy Central's awful air, and you've got like Girls Gone Wild going on, but like it's
Right. Or we all know Skinamax, right?
Oh my God, yes, yeah.
Oh my God. Like, yeah, you're like, hey, let's go. I've got a bikini car wash. Let's go pretend to rub together for a little while. And we were like, oh my God, this is so hot. Like, do you guys see what's going on?
What's bad is sitting there talking about this now, like what you and I went through and dealt with. God, when my son gets older, like
dude, they can consume it everywhere.
I know.
It's amazing what this has evolved into. Like they would look back on it now, and it's like us looking back on like ankle shots of our grandparents, and they like back then they were like, "Oh my God, you see that ankle? I can't believe she's such
look at that skin.
She's such a hussy. She's got her ankle out." And now we're just like, if I'm not getting full vag, I'm like, I'm upset about it. Like now, these kids are like, "Hey,
they're so desensitized, man."
Yeah, did you see that furry like climbing a donkey, riding across a school bus? Shooting up a I don't know, milk truck.
When did you just turn into Quagmire all of a sudden?
Yeah,
that's his fetish.
It's crazy. It's like everywhere, dude.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's just it's nuts, man. It's absolutely insane. And then like you go aside from just where you can digest it on the internet. I mean, it's like everywhere. Like I'll come into the room, my wife will be watching like just one of her regular like shows.
Yeah.
Like it's like, "Oh, yeah, what are you watching?" Like, "Oh, this is like court something or other, like judge law this or whatever." And then it's just like people just hammering each other.
Yeah, it's
By the way, Sydney Sweeney said she will not stop doing nude scenes in Hollywood.
Well, I mean, she knows what's paying the bills, and
she refuses to get shamed out of that. And you know what? I'm okay with that.
I don't think you're gonna have many complaints out of that.
Apparently, there are many complaints because there were people trying to get her to stop.
Like there were complaints on Alexandra Daddario and True Detective. Yeah. Oh yeah. We all went back to that.
Moment of silence, fun. Andrea Daddario. Thank you. All right. Time to take myself back there.
Oh, dude.
Is Woody Harrelson the luckiest man on the planet? Like, how do you get that script and go, you know what? This isn't really for me.
Yeah, I know.
Like, no.
It's like,
hey, by the way,
what are you
Alexandra
thinking, dude?
Is going to come in and she's going to mount you and she's going to give you a striptease dance. I'd be like, yeah, you're going to have to pan up because I'm going to be full mast the entire time. I'm going to walk by her dressing room full mast. I'm going to be it's going to be tapping on the door as I'm walking by just because I'm in the vicinity of this woman. Like, but like, I don't even need to be like, I don't even have to see it.
But they're
Like someone could tell me
professionals.
about it, I'm already getting like excited.
They're professionals. It doesn't happen with professionals, right?
I don't care what they are. Like she's a pillar. She's an absolute pillar.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not almost not fair on that. But yeah, I mean Sweeney, buddy of mine, like love he's a horror guy, and Sydney Sweeney actually is like big into that kind of stuff, which I think she started in a couple things, and she apparently is like producing a bunch of other like horror movies and everything. And so
oh, nice.
he's like all about it. He's like, she's cool, she does these awesome things, and she's hot and doesn't care about doing other stuff in like movies. And it's just like, yeah, she's probably my favorite actress in Hollywood. I was like, really, dude? Like, really? Like, okay, that's fine. Go with it. Whatever.
I mean, he makes a lot of good points.
You're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. My all time, I'd say as my wife and I put it, our
Whoa.
what's it called?
Hey, what's that?
The hall pass, right? Is oh God, why am I blanking on her name all of a sudden? Shit. Hers is Thor, Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Helmsworth? That's a good
Yes.
pick.
That's
That's a
her.
good pick. I think
That's
my
hers.
wife's is either Ryan Reynolds or Stephen Amell.
Ah.
She loves that man shirtless. And you know what? I can't fully blame her. Like like if I saw Stephen Amell or Ryan Reynolds and I thought that like if my wife took a run at them, she'd get it. Dude, I'd totally take their sloppy seconds. You kidding me? Those are two beautiful individuals. I'd be like, oh hell yeah, I'll bathe in that dude. Come on, let's
Oh,
go.
that's what I couldn't believe I forgot her name. Anne Hathaway. That was my hall pass. Still
Anne
is. Dude, I
Hathaway.
adore Anne Hathaway. She's a
Anne
great actress. Has a
Hathaway.
voice, and it is that girl next door like beauty to me.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why. Don't know why. Something about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm. Mine's obviously it's one of them is Daddario. The other one, Katy Perry.
I can see that. I can see that.
Dude, throw a wig on. I don't care what color. Let's go.
Yeah,
Oh my
Hathaway.
god.
For me, Hathaway. I think it was when she was Catwoman in the Dark Knight movie. It's like,
Yeah.
woo, yeah, you're legit. But she's awesome. Does she like her voice is great when she did like Les Mis and the musical stuff. But she's just I don't know something about it on that end. But my wife, I've already told her like if you ever meet Chris Hemsworth or even Chris Evans or Chris Pratt or any of those Chris's from
Go for it.
from the Marvel movies, I was like, sweetheart, look, I love you. You
Go
have
for
my
it.
blessing. You do whatever you want to try.
Absolutely.
Like she's like
Absolutely.
she's like, oh, it would not even happen. I was like, if you got the chance, I mean, you have the hall pass, and I'm okay.
I mean, my wife when we met at Mel, that man's elbow's probably still pregnant. She was she was just she was giving you'd have thought it was like a fine sack on an old man. She was just fucking oh yeah.
Just crazy
Uh,
shit, right?
We're just taking a picture with this guy and she molested the shit out of this man's elbow like
So
you read about.
so you're telling me is you took a picture with Stephen Amell, and afterwards they had to have a cleanup of a river as she walked away from him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how the whole thing started. I think I've told you this story before. We went to go get the picture taken. The first thing I said to the man, I've never seen or taken a picture with nothing before. I was just like, "Hey, dude, you like owe me a couch." I was like, "My wife ruined ours watching you do ladders and arrows. So like,
Uh,
I don't know how you want to like pay for it, but like, I'm down." And
that's
he just
great.
like he started like cracking up, and the guy's name that plays Guardian, the one that was also an Arrow, his name passes me. But he was there, and Amel just looks over at him. He's like, I got to tell you about these ones afterwards,
That's
you
good.
know. And they both just had a good chuckle, and I was like, wow, you know, like that was good. But my wife was just like, of course you said it, like of
Yeah,
course you
you,
said it,
you
yeah.
got to, of course. You can't pass it up though.
And you know what's real funny along that same lines is at that same expo. It was called it was Fan Expo in Boston a few years ago. Zachary Levi was also there.
Oh, nice.
By the way, Stephen Amell and Zachary Levi, two of the nicest actors I have ever come across ever.
I could see that both like their
Hands
demeanor
down.
and the way they go receive
Oh,
things. I could
amazing.
see. I've heard Zachary Levi is like super nice.
Like so nice. right? And you know who took a liking to Zachary Levi more than anybody in the family?
Who?
Izzy.
Your youngest?
She is 16 years old. She has got an obsession over this. I'm like, this man is older than I am. She has got an obsession over this guy. We're rewatching Chuck
Well, how can you not?
because
Chuck's a good show.
she's got like a love fascination. I'm like, he's a dork in the show. Like, what do you like? Go after Casey. At least he's
That's awesome.
man. Like,
That's awesome.
she's like, no, she's just like, oh, Zachary Levi. And I'm just like, I couldn't be more fucking proud of you, child.
Now you're gonna go watch like Shazam every other day at this point when he's a superhero, right? When that gets
Shazam
better.
man, no disrespect to Zachary Levi. Shazam wasn't that great.
Nope. It would
It's a hard watch. I'll watch it because I really enjoy him. He's a great individual. But yeah, so that was pretty exciting.
Is it just bad that like DC movies compared to Marvel movies just don't hold up unless it's the big three, mostly Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman? Like their other characters in DC aren't as good.
I mean, I don't know what you mean. Green Lantern was awesome.
I'm about to end the recording right now.
Why?
I know you're joking and you're trying to get a rise over there.
So funny because we were talking about porn a few minutes ago. I'm not trying to get a rise.
Rise.
I'm worried about that. I'm serious.
Green Lantern
He
was so bad.
I know, but dude, I'm also the guy that loves Troll 2. I'm also the guy that loves I love the corniest, hokiest, like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. One of my favorite.
Oh, I love
movies
that
of all
movie.
time.
Movie's great.
But why? It's trash.
It's a goofy horror flick.
That's what do you think? What do you think the Green Lantern was?
Not a horror flick.
It wasn't a horror flick, but do you really think that movie took itself seriously?
It was trying to be a serious action
was-
superhero movie
Not.
that
It
almost
was
ruined Ryan Reynolds' career
not even close.
to the point to where he has made it a point to go murder himself or even contemplating it in his other movies.
Listen, Bill Murray did Garfield. I don't want to hear your crap.
It's Bill Murray. Like I hear Garfield now, and it's Bill Murray.
If Garfield couldn't kill Bill Murray's career, Green Lantern cannot dethrone probably one of the greatest comedic actors of our age.
Look, Bill Murray though, even since he's done that movie, when I read a Garfield strip or look at Garfield, I immediately think it is Bill Murray's voice.
Oh, and you don't see Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern?
No, I don't.
That's a lie.
Mostly,
even if it's just a meme in your head,
nope.
You still see him as Green Lantern.
Mostly because I'm a Jon Stewart Green Lantern fan and not a Hal Jordan Green Lantern fan.
Jon Stewart, the guy that has the political talk show?
Jon Stewart, the other Green Lantern.
Yeah, the guy that has the political talk show.
No,
that's
not the Daily Show. Not the Daily Show.
That one.
Yeah,
that
no,
one.
no,
that's
not
Jon
that.
Stewart.
That is Jon Stewart, but not that Jon Stewart.
He's not the Jon Stewart. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, I'm sorry, super nerd on that one. Two different Green Lanterns. You had Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart's the better one. Hal Jordan was a bitch.
Hal Jordan was a god among men.
Sure. Okay. You go ahead and say that.
He made a green baseball bat.
God, it's so bad.
He made green missiles.
I will say this: the guy that played Sinestro in that movie, Mark Strong, I do dig that. Like him as Sinestro was great. The rest of the movie was not good.
Yeah, no, the whole thing was fantastic.
It was fantastic. No, not fantastic. No, not fantastic. Can't go that way. I know you're trying to go with it. You're trying to make a Marvel Rivals Fantastic Four reference or something. So no, not going that direction.
Such a fat ass in the game, though.
And you're back to the skins and everything else.
Oh God, thick thighs save lives. We're gonna have to end this thing quickly, man. I'm getting ready to go watch some TV.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm scared of what TV you're about to go watch.
I don't know, something with Squirrel Girl in it.
Oh Jesus Christ. Oh my God. You would go that direction.
Okay, honestly. All right. I know that we're getting close to the end and we're wrapping up or anything, but like okay. Not a full-blown furry, but come on.
Oh, All right,
Like,
look.
come on. Like
As
the
you
fox ears, the fox ears in the tail with the butt plug. Like that's not like hot. Come on.
as you said, NetEase knows what they're doing, and they have made all of the Marvel characters hot. So yes, I'm just gonna go ahead and answer yes.
I mean, even in real life. Even in real life.
If it's the chick from the AT&T commercials, then yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, jeez.
Well, she's
saying that.
She's
gone after people for that now.
She's
all like
she's who she's who voices the character. So she basically is Squirrel Girl. So like when I think Squirrel Girl, if she's a real life person, like if someone's playing her in a movie or anything, it's got to be that girl because she is Squirrel Girl.
Maria or something like that.
I don't know. I just know she's funny and she's funny. Everything I've seen her in, and she's been great. She's Squirrel Girl and she looks good. So I'm leaving it at that. NetEase, damn it, NetEase, I'm leaving it there. And yes, they're all awesome. They're all good. And swing swang. Swing swang. Swing swang. Okay.
What the fuck is that?
That was my response to Venom's ass. Swing swang.
Swing swang. You keep going back to Venom's ass. Is there a conversation that we're gonna have right now? Like
no, because all right. For those that aren't, the joke I'm making on that, for those that don't know, when we did a dual stream a couple weeks back, and it was Marvel Rivals. And the joke specifically from somebody out of my Discord and my community was saying that Venom had the most detailed and sculpted ass in that game. And talking about it, they're like, yeah, he is his ass is the Adonis of the game, is how they put it. So it's like
your Discord did fancy a good Venom ass though.
It was hysterical. They're like it was his like the Christmas skin or whatever. They're like it's crazy the detail, and the guy goes, he has more detail than Sue Storm, which makes no sense.
You're not wrong.
Makes no sense. Zero. NetEase, if you're listening. Fix that.
Well done. No.
Fix it.
Cheers.
Fix it.
Cheers, NetEase. Cheers.
Damn it. Anyways, but before I digress and before we continue on to making ourselves even more fools and moving forward on there, so I
don't see it.
What, us making ourselves even more fools?
I don't see how we're fools. We're bringing educated.
We're children. Let's be honest. We are absolute children, and it is wonderful. And our wives are stuck with us for that reason.
Yeah.
And
that fucking jealous much?
Yeah, it'll be good.
Go on being upset with your life. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, I'm excited for what's to come, and those were.
I bet you are.
You see what I did there? Hey!
You want me to lend you old Bessie?
Oh, no, I don't need it. You still have it? Oh God! Please tell me it's not.
No.
It's not framed underneath like a Jiraiya statue or something.
I think I got rid of it. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Jiraiya took it. Let's be honest.
It's Pervy Sage. Of course he did.
Yeah, it's all Pervy Sage. That's you're trying to embody Pervy Sage going forward.
I traded him for half a popsicle.
Is that what it was?
Sad. Never forget Jiraiya.
Well, anyways, I digress, and I think it's probably we're at the top of the hour, so it's time to reel back. So thank you very much for hanging, and thanks for watching or listening to everyone to basically shit these two dads say as things continue on. For the next one, I don't know. We probably do. We'll have maybe another games cast coming up. Probably Marvel Rivals, since I haven't checked out Thing or Human Torch in a while to gone through. Or
well, honestly, I'd like to hear from the community. I mean, definitely leave a comment down below. What do you guys like? Do you guys like the chat sessions, or do you want to see more gaming?
Also,
let us know what floats your boat.
Also, your first exposure to the flesh flaps. So we'll go there.
The first
first time exposure to, just like we were saying, the first time you saw all that. Yeah. Put that in the chat. Put that in the comments down below. See how that goes.
Ooh, I want to read stories.
Leave
good detailed stories, chat.
Mike, I will leave that to you, good sir, because I'm going to leave the stories out of it.
Yep. Nope. I'm going on an adventure.
Well, consider this adventure signing off. Thanks for hanging, everyone. Thanks for watching and listening, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.